Hi everyone, it's Christine here today, and I'm here to do my video blog on defining my vision and my journaling process following along with Christine Agro's audio clips. So I journal pretty often, so I really wasn't I really wasn't expecting too much when I was following along with the audio clips. I know that I do a lot of guided journaling usually, and a lot of them follow the same different kind of principles. But I think one thing that I really liked about Christine Agro's journaling is that I'm sorry, I'm sick right now. But one thing that I really liked is she kind of started off the journaling session with a meditation clip. I think one thing that really resonated with me was when she said, plant both of your feet on the ground and imagine roots growing from your feet into the ground underneath of you. So I think that this is a very powerful piece of imagery. I know that I often have trouble staying grounded myself, and when people just tell you to ground yourself and be in the moment and be where your feet are, I know that I have difficulty visualizing that. But in the clips when she was saying envision roots growing from the bottom of your feet into the earth beneath you, that was very powerful in letting me be present. And I think that that is a very key component before journaling. So when I listened to the first audio clip of Looking Back, I really wasn't expecting much either, except when she started to ask us to kind of list what is working in our lives and what isn't working, I had a bit of an emotional release. Not that I was sobbing, but I was sitting here in my room doing this meditation before I went to bed, and I did have a couple tears kind of leak out, I guess, because it just felt really welcoming, and I guess I felt really acknowledged, because these past 2 weeks have been very difficult for me. I've had a lot on my plate when it comes to not only preparing for the career fair, but also I haven't been the healthiest recently. I've been sick, as have my housemates have been for like the last 2 weeks, so it's been really difficult to kind of prioritize my own health and balance that with my schoolwork and also my social life. So I had a bit of an emotional release when it came to write down a list of things that aren't working out right now. And I actually found out that there is more that I could list that isn't working out than is actually working out. And I think this goes to show that a lot of the times that I know we had this discussion in Honor 301, we tend to focus on the negatives and we tend to focus on things that aren't working out. And I actually struggled to think of things that are working out, even though I know that there are plenty of things that are going right now. But since I'm sick, I feel like I'm painting myself out to be a victim right now of my sickness, and also not allowing myself to take responsibility to own up to my commitments because I'm using the excuse of being sick. The one thing that I also really liked, and this was also mentioned during class, was when Christine Agro mentioned that spirit likes specificity, and if you don't define your direction, then something else will. I think this is very true. I do believe in manifestation, and I do believe that if you act with intent, then things will always work out one way or another, whether it's tomorrow or a couple years later. I really think that everything will work out. So I think that being intentional is one thing that I really want to work on with this. That was actually one of my values. I know that I always have the value of being purposeful, and I think that comes to being productive more than being intentional, but I really want to focus on the value of being intentional with my actions and making sure that I do act in accordance to all of my core values. Thank you. I'm sorry for coughing.